again, welcome to another episode of On the Spot with David Rodgers, the one and only podcast that you need to tune into to get your local news, your weather, your sports, and we're going to be talking a lot about that tonight as we've got several things that we're going to be discussing. Tonight, Jimmy Smith, Sheriff Gordon Smith's brother, and Rick Stevenson will be joining me tonight as we have a rib cook-off that's going to be happening on the 13th, the 6th of December. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. They're going to be in here to talk about that as well. So let's get the show started as we always do with our prayer, our pledge, and our patriotic quote of the night. Everybody that's at home, if you'll please bow your head. Our righteous Heavenly Father, let us once thank again for a wonderful and glorious day you've given us, dear Lord. Thank you for this time that we can have with our brotherhood, that we can bring this show to you each and every Tuesday, that we're available to do so, dear Lord, that you strengthen us with our health and our mind, and that any information that we have, dear Lord, that we pass it on to our viewers, and they take that information, dear Lord, and they do with it as they see fit. Thank you again for another wonderful and glorious day you've given us, dear Lord. Again, thank you for this time. Thank you for letting us live in the greatest country in the world today, dear Lord, the United States of America, the most freest and powerful country in the world. We have our own issues and our own problems, as I always say, each and every week, but we are working to clear those up, dear Lord. And with your guiding hand and your touch, dear Lord, we will be able to overcome each and every one of those issues. Thank you for the greatest fighting force in the world today, our United States Armed Forces, dear Lord. Each and every one of those men and women that serve in each and every one of those branches, dear Lord, and the ones that served in the past as well, dear Lord, and the ones that's given up the ultimate sacrifice, which is their lives for this great country. They're always defending our freedoms and against all kinds of enemies, whether it's domestic, whether it's foreign, whether it's international. They're doing the job to keep us safe. Please bring them back safely to their families, and please let them have a great Thanksgiving holiday. Thank you for our first responders, each and every one of those men and women that go out and work each and every day, dear Lord, to provide safety for us as we're able to do this show and just be able to do the things that we need to do in our daily lives, and when we go back home and being with our families and getting ready to go to sleep, dear Lord, that we know we're safe. And if somebody tries to hurt any of us, that they'll be there and respond to each and every one of those emergency calls, dear Lord. Thank you for our American people, everybody that works in the great United States to make this great country thrive, dear Lord. We need each and every one of these men and women to go and work so they can make us more prosperous. Any spoken or unspoken prayer requests, dear Lord, touch each and every one of them. You know what's ailing them, dear Lord. Touch their hearts, touch their minds, and touch their souls, dear Lord. And just comfort them as you always do. Thank you for the food that we receive each and every day as it goes to the nourishment of our body and our bodies to thy service. Again, thank you, dear Lord, for this time that we have, dear Lord. Thank you for this Thanksgiving weekend that we have coming up. And each and every one of us give thanks for just being here, dear Lord, and being able to be with our families and the time spent with each and every one. We ask for these things in your Son's name, Jesus Christ, and the congregation says, amen.
Amen.
All right, Dave. We're going to do the pledge.
All right. So on three.
On three?
2,
1. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Dave, we was on cue that time, wasn't we?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Again, welcome to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers, right along Mr. Dave Holland. No Byron Bagwell tonight. No Mr. Austin Stevens. But we have a great show for you in store. As I said, we're going to be going and talking about a lot of different things. I'm going to have a couple of guests with me here in just a little bit. We're going to be talking, Dave. I've been getting hit up on Messenger, Facebook, text, and everything, talking wanted me to talk about those Bradford tornadoes. Yeah. And guess what? We're going to be talking about that here in just a few minutes. But before we do that, Dave, I want to ask you how your day was, and because we're going to get into some things. What do you have planned up for your Thanksgiving?
I'm going to eat some turkey.
You're going to eat some turkey, okay?
Yeah. I went to one of the churches in town.
Yes, sir.
I think it's the First Baptist
First
Church.
Baptist Church, okay.
And they passed out turkey dinners in a box.
In a box.
I got a turkey, I got corn, I got mashed potatoes, stuffing.
Yep.
I got it all.
You got it all.
Yeah, enough to feed me and my family.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Thank God they were there.
You know, thank God.
Times are tough. Everybody thinks I'm rich because I own a business.
Right.
No.
Well, and I'm sort of glad that you hit on that, Dave, because I tell you, you know, sometimes people don't know people's situations. And, you know, just because I have a good job, or, you know, my coworkers have a good job, or you own a business, or you know, anybody that we know that we think is thriving may not be thriving after all. You know, everybody needs some help every once in a while.
Every once in a while. And just to let everybody know, whatever money this shop makes goes right back into the shop.
Right, right.
I got more bills than Bill does.
So everybody that thinks that you're this rich guy, man, and can drive around in big trucks and all this and all
Fill
that.
the tank up anytime I want.
Yeah. So I guess I got a song for them. Judas Priest sings it.
Oh.
You got another thing coming. Yeah, you know that song?
I know a little bit of it.
Yeah,
I know that part that says, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, there you go. And that's the part that you're trying to tell everybody. Look, man, you know, this is the holidays, and I'll get into this since we're on the subject here a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, from now until the first of the year, Dave, you know, this is what we call the holiday period. And, you know, starts with Thanksgiving, and then it crawls into Christmas, and, you know, Christmas Eve and Christmas up into the New Year's. And, you know, I've got to say my blessings that I am very fortunate to have a decent paying job. My wife works, you know, my daughter works, you own a business, you work, you've got a good support system, Byron works. You know, his mom. We've all got a good support system,
Yeah.
And it takes that sometimes because there is people out there that are way less fortunate than we are, and this is hard times for people like this. Yeah. And you just don't know who that may be because you know people are proud. They don't tend to ask for help, and you know sometimes when you don't tend to ask for help, you hit rock bottom. And when you hit rock bottom, then things start to fall off the wheels.
Well, a lot of people tend to not ask for help because they're not used to asking people for help.
Well, and that's it. And again, too, it's a pride thing. Come on, man. I'm proud. I'm a proud guy, too. You know, I don't want to ask for help unless I need to ask for help.
It would absolutely be a need.
Correct. It would absolutely be a need. And I would I would not be afraid to come to Shirley, to Byron, to you, my close-knit friends and people, if I was struggling. I would not be afraid to do that. And because y'all all know, and we all know where all our hearts are at. If I'm coming to you, or I'm coming to Shirley, or I'm coming to Dwight, or one of my close friends, yeah. I'm in need. Absolutely. I'm in need. I'm not just trying to, take you for whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm in need. Well, and you're going to get that back somewhere down the line.
And you know, your close friends know you well enough that when you do step over into that level of help,
Right.
We're there. And,
Correct.
and it is so important to have a support group in this country now.
Yeah, it is. And, with the division of this country, and you've heard Byron talk about it, you've talked about it, I've talked about it. With the division in this country today, everybody's out for themselves. Everybody's trying to get that money grab. Everybody's trying to do this, and they forget about their fellow man, their fellow woman. And when I mean my man, that means everybody, and it's a shame that we have gotten to that point. I remember, and you've heard me say this story many times. Shirley can attest, you can attest, Byron can attest. My mama would say, go to Mrs. Dye's house over there, David. I need a cup of sugar. I would go over there, and Mrs. Dye would what? Give me the bag of sugar. I would come home. I said, Mama, she told me to give you the bag. And pay me back when you can. So when my mama went to the store the next time, she got 2 bags of sugar, one for the house and one for Mrs. Dye to give it back to her.
I got a question.
So, yep, sure. Hit me with it.
What dollar level would you say would be considered poor
Nowadays,
Yep.
I think, and again,
If you make a
certain,
certain amount of money a year,
right?
where would you be in the category?
Okay, so again, can I break that down a little more?
A little more.
Okay, so it depends where you live.
Well,
Okay, so, if I lived in Jacksonville, where cost of things are maybe a little more than it is in Stark, I would have to make a certain level. You know what I mean? Gainesville, New York City. You can take different areas of the United States, and what would be the poverty level, I guess, what you would say, what would be considered the poverty level. Well, I can tell you
because there's no middle class
anymore.
It's either poor or rich.
Right. And that's the thing, because I think most of us right now, we're just maintaining. I really do. Anybody that doesn't have, let's say, $500,000, $500,000 or more.
A year?
Well, no, just in their bank account, just in their, or net worth.
Let's keep it at how
Let's keep it,
much you
just bring
make
in.
a
Okay.
year.
Okay. So I would say here in Stark, if you make under $40,000 a year, I think you would be considered in the poverty level.
Okay.
Here. Jacksonville may be different. Gainesville, New York, of course, will be different. Think about, okay, let me give you a scenario. And guys, y'all can chime in anytime.
Absolutely. This is you
what-
guys.
So let me give you a scenario. Let's say me and you wanted to open up a business in New York. We've got us a business in Manhattan District. Okay? We don't want to come home every week. So we're going to stay up there a couple of months, and then we come back a couple of months till the business got up and running. We trust people. So we got to find a place to live, right? So me and you are going to share an apartment in Manhattan District. Do you know what the rent for a studio apartment is in the Manhattan District?
God, I think, what, 4,000 or 5,000?
Exactly right. Anywhere
month?
from $2,500 to $4,500 to $5,000 a month. That means we'd have to maintain that for the whole year, right? Even though we're not going to be there. That's $60,000 just in rent. Now we're splitting it, still 30 a piece.
I know what you're saying with all that, but
Right.
our government,
Is that the president calling now?
let me see.
Okay.
Yes, sir, President.
President Trump?
Yeah, he heard us talking and he called us.
Yeah, he called in.
He's actually confirming what I'm getting ready to say.
All right, well then go ahead and say it then.
Our government considers if we make
I need that. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't, Dave.
$100,000 or less, we're poor. We're in the poor category.
because you're taking the whole demographics of the United States and you're taking that domain of money and you're going, okay, this is what the average person makes, okay? Taking everything else out of play. They're just taking everybody and then they're coming up with an average.
Right.
I sort of tend to agree with you. I'm not going to sit here and say what I make. You're not either. But I can tell you this. I'm doing okay. I can pay my bills. I've got a little money saved up. It ain't a whole great a bar.
We all do something like that.
Yeah, but I can tell you what I can do. And this is what I'm saying about the less fortunate. You've got people out there struggling, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Each and every day. You've got single dads, single moms, 2 and 3 and 4 kids. They're out there working 1, 2, 3, and 4 jobs to try to make ends meet. Mm-hmm. Where I differ from them, and maybe you and some of the people that are watching, is that if I say, I don't want to cook tonight, I want to go out to eat, I can afford to go out to eat.
Yeah.
Some people can't say that.
Right.
And that's where my heart and my soul feels for those people. And where I'm thankful for, we got Thanksgiving coming up, that I'm thankful that I can do that. Now, I have chose my path to do that, just like you chose your path to cut hair.
Right.
So, you own your own business. You chose that path. You have to get out there and put effort into it as well to try to make a decent living. We can go into the realm, into the pocket of, hey, you just can't live off our government all the time. You need to get out there and you need to work if you're able to work. If you are a disabled veteran, if you're a disabled person where you just can't physically work anymore, if there's something else that ails that is within reason, yes, I don't mind helping those people. But if you're taking advantage of the system, then I have an issue with that.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of
taking
that's going on.
Taking advantage of anything is,
Yeah, and I do have an
unfair.
issue with that. And you've heard us talk about those type of things.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not harping on anybody. I'm not, it is what it is. And, we all have to live here in this world today. And, we have to look out for number one. I get it. But we still, Dave, should be looking out for each other as well. We're just one entity here. We do this podcast each and every week, and we try to see all sides and all angles of each and every situation. But sometimes, Dave, it's hard because you know what's right and wrong. And sometimes what you say and believe is right isn't going to sit well with somebody maybe over here. You see what I'm saying? And that's the tough thing because, when you come out and you say those things and you do that, it's not going to always be the popular decision, So it is what it is. And, again, I'm glad that you asked that question. And, again, we're thankful for just being here. Number one, that we wake up on the right side of the bed each and every morning.
Absolutely.
And that we're able to go out and function in this world today and to be able to make our living for our families. And again, some people, it's not that it's not that easy. So, again, if you're having struggles or you're having problems with anything, please make sure that you get help. Next week, we're going to have all kinds of numbers, Dave, out there, aren't we? We're going to have numbers for suicide prevention, food banks, We're going to have all kinds of numbers out there. Please reach out and get some help before you do anything that you regret doing later on, or you may not be here to regret, because I don't want to see anybody take their lives. I don't want to see anybody hurt their people, hurt their family. I just don't want to. I don't want to see that. I'd rather get you some help. And to be honest with you, you can reach out to us here, Dave. We're wide open on the phone. Most all of you know us. You can reach us. And Dave's got the website up there, on the spot 32091 at gmail.com. If you think that's too public, then you can private message myself, Dave, Byron. You can private message us, and we promise you that will be kept in secrecy if that's what you want.
Absolutely.
And, we will try to get you the help that we need. So, Dave, getting into that, I've got my guest here today.
Yes, sir.
And I want to bring them on in. Come on in, guys.
Clay.
Okay, you got an intro for them? All right. We're going to go to a commercial break, and then we're going to bring in our guests, and I'll introduce those gentlemen as soon as we get back from a commercial break.
Hey Tornado fans, this is Kurt Miracle of Miracle Automotive and Towing, proud sponsors of Tornado Football. I want to welcome you to beautiful Stark, Florida at David Hurst Stadium, and thank you for letting us be a part of this community. We're here for more than your automotive and towing needs. We're here to be part of Tornado Country. Go Big Red!
Here we are, back with On the Spot with David Rodgers, and my goodness, I was here by myself, and all of a sudden, here we go. I got two handsome guys on each side of me, man, and look, guys, why do y'all have to come on this show? I was always the pretty one here until you guys come on the dadgum show.
Well, I figured you needed a little bit more, people joining in and stuff once they hear
There
that.
you go.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah, and Rick too, man. I mean,
I just figured I'd show you you're not the only ugly one out there.
Oh, so you're going to side with me on this one. Anyway, over here to my right, if y'all look at this face and it sort of looks familiar, well, he does look like his brother. Yeah, his brother's the Sheriff Gordon Smith. You like that, don't you?
I'm, Mama said the best for last. I'm the youngest.
Mama said
Once you reach perfection, you just got to stop.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, which has been reached. And then to my left over here is Mr. Rick
Stevenson.
I wanted him to say it. Because
Because
you know
you
why?
always-
I always say Stevens.
Stevens.
I always say Stevens, and he corrects me all the time. And I wanted him to say it because I was going to say it correctly. And you know what? I've got you listed, actually, as Stevens. Can you believe that? Yeah.
You know what,
yeah.
Dave? I've known you 20 years.
I know.
I've worked with you, done
Yeah.
trivia with you, done
Yeah.
a show with you.
Yeah.
And you always call it Stevens.
I know. I don't get it.
I try to forget him all the time.
Do you try to forget him all the time? Well, anyway, us group of guys right here, we play in a football league. Of course, all y'all know fantasy football. We've been doing this. These guys have been doing it longer than I have, but these guys have been doing it a long time. We're called the Barnyard Fantasy Football League. We have how many members, Rick, in that?
We have 12 active members, Dave.
Yep.
But we've got a lot of behind-the-scenes support, as you know, with
Yes.
friends and stuff.
Yep.
That help us throw gatherings, get-togethers, and everything. And they put a lot of time and effort into it. We get to have all the fun.
Absolutely. Speaking, Lester, Big Lester, JP, I can start naming them off. I don't want to start naming them because I'm going to forget somebody. And I don't want to forget somebody because when I see them next, you know what they're going to say? I remember watching your show, Dave. And guess what? You forgot me. So I'm not going to, they know who they are.
I'll just throw Raymond Roden out.
Absolutely right.
He don't
Dave.
want to play, but we can't do nothing without him being at that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And he puts a lot of time and effort into it, and we're thankful for it.
Yep. The Dugans. We can name them on and on and on. We can definitely. Yes.
Or Bradford Plus Insurance.
Absolutely. Bradford Plus Insurance. Shout out to them.
Toxie McGrew from
Toxie?
Dick's Wing.
Yeah.
Well, now he's playing.
Yeah,
Now he's full time playing.
Yeah.
So, And by the way, we'll talk about that in a minute. But the reason I brought these guys on is because each and every year, one or two events that we try to do to help out the community, of course. But the main one that we do is our rib cook-off, and it's getting bigger. It started off small. Started off just with us.
Yeah.
Just with you guys, should I say. I'm usually the judge because I can't cook anything but except my mouth. But anyway, started off with just these guys, and now it's grown to where now the community and everybody's involved now. And Rick, I want you and Jimmy to talk a little bit about what's going on and how all this came about and where all the proceeds go to. I'm going to give you the floor, and y'all take it.
Well, I'll go ahead and start first, Dave. Like you said, we started out small, just us friends playing fantasy football, sitting around. And, chili cook-off come up one day, and we had the chili cook-off. A couple years go by, somebody said we ought to do a rib cook-off. And so we did, and we just did these things in private. And about the time COVID was coming around, there was a lot of people not being able to go out, do things. People wasn't working. And we had been donating to the Toys for Tots here and there. And they had left town, and me and Jimmy and a couple others come up with an idea, hey, let's do our rib cook-off out in the public square and see if we can get some community involvement for people that's out of work so their kids can do the Shop with Scott program. And so we went down to the square the first year. We had no idea what we was doing. Sometimes I wonder if we still do, Dave, but we managed to go through. We got a lot of support from the community. But we have a rib cook-off. We got vendors. We've got sponsors. We got community involvement, and we go out. We have a good time. The square, we're not able to do it there this year. We've moved up to the Bradford County Fairgrounds, and that's a bigger stage area for us. And we're hoping to get a lot of community involvement. Come on out, eat ribs and stuff with us there. And Jimmy can tell you some of the other things we got.
Yeah, this has grown. I mean, it's grown big in the community and stuff, and we got so many sponsors. I'll name some. And
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. You want to read them off, brother? You want me to?
That's not our full list.
Yeah.
We put the flyer out. We still got people today.
Absolutely, you do.
Yeah, we do bounce houses. We're going to have race vehicles out there. We're going to have raffles for prizes,
right?
And 50-50 and stuff. And we got music. We
got Matt Wilson.
So the little story about that, I'll just give you a little bit about this. These guys had already had it in the planning, but yesterday, this weekend, I was supposed to go and take a look at some equipment, just to give you a little synopsis. Didn't get a chance to, was got to go into work and stuff, and I see a message from Rick, which I don't blame him. This is about less than 2 weeks off, really. Let's call it that. Yeah. And we're not sure about sound just yet. So Rick is panicking a little bit, which I don't blame him. And he's like, man, we need to have somebody come take a look at this equipment, see what we got, see what we can put together. And look.
It can be confusing.
So, and it can. If you don't know what's going on, it can be. And there's some of that production stuff I don't even know. So anyway, I seen Rick's message, and I was like, Rick, I said, we're just going to come out there tomorrow afternoon. So me and Joel Norman. Joel is, he's been on our show, Dave. He's actually played for us here on Capello and done a really good job. And he met me over there, and we started looking at some of this stuff. And as we started looking, and look, man, this stuff isn't new. You know what I mean? But it's workable. So we would have had to get a lot of things together to probably get this to work. Finally, man, I hope I didn't overstep my bounds, gentlemen. I hope I didn't overstep my bounds. But, and me and Joel had talked about it a little bit. And, we're going to have Joel do the sound now.
Well,
we're going to sponsor Dave part of that sound on the spot. When David Rodgers is going to sponsor some of that, and he's actually going to play now. Yeah, we got him. He's going to be one of the acts.
Unfortunately, Stephen Flowers couldn't do it, and he's been with us from the beginning, and hopefully he can do it next year, whatever. So we needed a spot filled, and Joel, he decided, and he's done our sound system.
Absolutely.
So he does a great job. Mm-hmm. And so The lineup is we got Kyle DeGault playing and stuff.
Yep.
And then we'll be Joel will, and then we'll close out the evening with Matt Wilsey. Mm-hmm. And so
sounds good.
Kyle does acoustic solo.
Yeah, I believe you'll probably draw a big crowd with the music.
The event's December 6th, so it's Saturday after next and stuff.
So I'll give you a little background here. Food, music, prizes, and fun. The Barnyard Fantasy Football League invites you to our 7th annual Rib Cook-Off. Saturday, December the 6th, as Jimmy and Rick just said, from 10 to 8. Where at the Bradford County Fairgrounds. And by the way, we have a new fairgrounds manager, Harley
Hutchinson.
Harley Hutchinson is our new fairgrounds manager. I know y'all been working closely with her. If y'all listened into the radio broadcast of Tornado football last week, these two gentlemen, and she was on as well, went very good during halftime. Dave, you were up there. I thought that interview went really well. I wanted to bring these guys on tonight, and I want to bring them on next week too, so we can keep pounding this. I want this to be a big turnout. These gentlemen do as well. Yeah. But it's going to be at the Bradford County Fairgrounds, 2302 North Temple Avenue, Stark, Florida. Entertainment for the whole family. He just said it. Bounce houses, vendors, and plenty of barbecue. I can assure you of that. The two gentlemen that are heading this up are sitting right here to my left and to my right. Rick Stevenson. You don't mind me giving out the number, do you, brother?
No, sir.
904-263-0556. And Jimmy Smith, 352-745-0238. Live music, David Rodgers, DJ and MC, Mr. Friday Night on a Mad Moving Saturday. I'm going to have Joel Norman as well with me. Live music will be Matt Wilsey, Kyle Dugan, and Joel Norman now. So all net proceeds, listen to this, benefit Sheriff Smith's Holiday with Heroes program. You want to talk about that a little bit?
It's it benefits the community. It benefits the children that don't have an opportunity or just.
Can I say, did this sort of take the place of Shop with a Cop?
Yes, actually, it was Shop with a Cop, and then once Stark PD dissolved and stuff, then Sheriff Smith decided that he would take it over, continue the event and stuff, and he wanted to rename it Holidays with Heroes because it's not just cops that these kids get to go shopping with. You get firemen, you get correctional officers, you get forest rangers and stuff. I mean, so. Basically, whatever you consider a hero and stuff like that for these kids and stuff. And every $100 that we collect, that's one kid that gets to go shopping. We've collected thousands every year. So, anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000. Sometimes we've collected 10,000 stuff. So you divide that by 100. So that's how many kids get to go on the shopping spree.
And Jimmy and Rick. And I believe I know. How are these kids picked? How do we know? What is the? I know that it used to be through the school system. Is it still?
Yeah, it's still through the school system.
Okay.
School system. So the Bradford County school system decides which kids get picked, and then they give the list to the sheriff's office, and they take it from there.
They take it from there. I gotcha. Thanks to our many sponsors. I'm sorry, Rick.
I just want to say two things real quick, Dave. Number one, when he's talking about $100 per kid, we've got some sponsors that have given $500, $1,000, and that's great. But the community involvement is what brings it together, because you come down and buy a plate of ribs, and they're $15 a plate.
Absolutely,
you get two sides, a drink, a roll. Was that? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think we had
3 bones.
And $15. That whole $15 goes to that program, and $10 for pork sandwich, some chips and stuff. And this here, just a few people coming out, and you're getting something in return for it, can send another kid. How would you like to be 231 on the list, and we've only got enough to send 230? People in the community that don't have much, and like I said, we're giving them something in return, can help send another kid out there to the Shop with Cop.
When you gentlemen were coming in, I think you heard me talking about that, a little bit. That was my opening of the show. And, there is some people that are less fortunate than us four gentlemen that are sitting here, and some of the people that are watching this podcast. And like, I'm in agreement with Rick. If we got enough for 230, how would you like to be 231? You know what I'm saying? You're at that cut line. And I know that when I've been, the couple of times that I've been, I've actually come out of my pocket. The kids don't even want to buy for themselves, guys, do they?
Well, that's it. They're thinking about their brother, their sister, their mama, and all that stuff.
Yes.
It's heartbreaking. So
it is.
I'm pulling
out my pocket.
Buy you something, then, because they will literally just buy everything for their family and won't buy something for themselves. So
and even last year when we were setting up on the square, Dave, there was a lady. I don't know her name. I've never seen her before. Never saw her again. She come around. She had a couple kids pulling in a wagon. She asked us what was going on, and I told her, and she said, "I wished I had the money to contribute and purchase some ribs and stuff, And I said, "That's fine, ma'am. We understand." And she went about her business. I missed the point. The woman was hungry and in need. She came back later on that afternoon with them kids still in the wagon, and she caught me and she asked she said, "Are y'all doing all right?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." And she goes, "Well, I really wished I had the money to buy the kids some ribs. They're hungry." And I told her, I said, "Come here, ma'am." She goes, "No, that's for the kids." I said, "You have kids right here. They're in need. We're here to help the community." And I took her over there and told the people serving, I said, "Give this lady and her kids some ribs. I got them."
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. It's a community thing. It's not about us, me, Jimmy. It's about helping the kids and people in this community that need the help. And it is a football Saturday.
It is.
Know that? So since we're at the fairgrounds, I just want to touch base while it's on.
Oh, yeah. Tell them the setup. Yeah.
We are going to be setting up a few TVs, some tables inside for people to eat and stuff. You want to catch the game, catch the scores, see what's going on. We're going to have it available for you. So it's a good thing.
Come on out.
It is. I don't know if I can say this, but it's true. We are going to have alcohol on the event. You want to?
No, absolutely.
You can. Beers and come out there. That's fine. We have Randy from Patriots and Whiskey River. The owner of them. They'll be setting up out there, and if that's what you want to drink responsibly, you're more than welcome to come out there. And Randy, in the past, has donated everything he's taken in to this program. And for that, we're thankful.
Yeah, and I want to back up something that Rick said and Jimmy said too. All this money that comes in, I can assure you, I will put my reputation and stake my reputation on the line, because I've been there, seen it, done it. We don't get a dime of this. This don't even go back into the fantasy. We create our own money when we do the fantasy. Right. Every penny, I assure you, that is counted up is going to this event right here, and to this to benefit, if you want to call it so.
Even the vendors and stuff, we don't have them make no checks out to us, and we don't take cash
Correct.
from them. We have them make a check out payment to the Bradford Sheriff's Charitable Foundation, and that way it goes directly to them.
That's exactly right.
The sponsors we get, we have them do the same thing. That way there's no involvement. We touch cash. We've got 3 people when we're taking in ribs or selling the rib plates, and everything is there and counted before we even leave there with everybody.
Absolutely.
And
we're all involved.
You're our finance.
Yeah.
And when it's counted and returned, we turn it over to you for verification.
Yep.
And then we get.
We all take. Yes, it's not just one. So I assure you that every penny of this is going to where it said it was going to, as Jimmy and Rick said, to the what? To the Holiday with Heroes program. And that's where it all goes. I'm telling you, there is not a dime kept for this. So please come out and join us for this event. Not only are you going to help this this program, you're going to have fun out there too, man. I'm telling you, there's going to be some good food. Rib plates, $15. Pulled pork sandwiches, $10. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle. There's just going to be all kinds of good things going on. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all are going to smell Stark out of here, because I'm telling you, there's going to be all kinds of things going on there. There's going to be smoke going all the way up, down 301 here. Man, I tell you, just the smell is going to draw them over.
That's right.
Well, I'm sure some of these barbecue places will want to come try and,
They want to come
some
see
of
what
us,
it's
to
really
cook
like.
for them and stuff, because it's that good barbecue. So.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. So some of the sponsors, and again, this is not all of them. This is still in the works.
Coming in, and you still
Okay, are they on here too? Is that some of them on here?
Some.
Some of them are okay. North Florida Regional Chamber of Commerce, Bradford County Sheriff's Office, Bradford County Fair Association, Lottie PD, MHD Rockland, Murray Automotive Group Superstores. I know those guys. Miracle Automotive and Towing.
You know them.
I know them. Walmart, Jackson's Building Supply, R&B Fencing, Rob and Barbie, Handyman Fence Company, Sporting Chance, Captain's Party Rentals, Libby's Massage and Wellness, Dick's Wings, know them, Beef O'Brady's, the Downtown Grill, Whiskey River Saloon, Jim Lawrence Trucking Company, Fox Logistics, Philip McDonald Plumbing, and the Patriot Saloon. And do you have anything else? Brad Plus.
Tatum Sawmill.
Yeah.
And I apologize. I think they're called 10-Minute Oil Express.
Yes, 10-Minute Oil.
New ones in town.
Yeah, Judith Sally's place out there. Yeah.
They called me up today and said they wanted to donate for the raffle. Quite a few free oil changes and tire rotations and stuff.
Yep.
And they even made up the tickets and put our little BFFL logo on it. It looked pretty cool.
Really?
They went out of their way to do that for us, and that's appreciated.
That is so awesome, man. Where besides the phone numbers,
Right.
where else can they? Okay,
we have a website.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you give that out?
It's bfflevents.com. So that has the entertainment for the day. It has the advertisers, the sponsors.
So
And I'll just say, whoever's
BFFLevents.com.
out there, if you want to be a sponsor, donate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be much. You want to donate something for the raffle that we're doing, please contact us. If you want to contribute to a sponsorship, it's too late to make up banners and stuff, but sometimes it's not all about a banner or anything.
We can call them out for sure. Let's give them some praise and some love over the mic.
We'll give you what we can.
If you're a last minute vendor or whatever, we're not charging, like I said, we're not charging this year
Right.
for vendor and stuff like that. If you want to donate a little bit, then donate a little bit, but that's not required.
Right.
If you want to do that, or if you just want to be a contestant in the rib contest, we have a couple more spots open. Just go to that bfflevents.com, and at the bottom of the webpage or whatever, you can sign up.
Right.
And
can they also, I know some of these guys are your friends and stuff on Facebook.
Right.
I know y'all.
Correct.
Can they hit you up on like Messenger or Facebook too as well if they can't get on? And plus, we'll open ours up too. You can hit us up on the spot 32091 at gmail.com. On the spot 32091 gmail.com, and I'll make sure whatever comes across there that these guys get that information so they can roll with it. These guys have been busy for the last month or two, right? Trying to get this together, and you're still doing it. And these guys work full-time jobs too. So any help that you can give, like you said, whether it's donations, whether it's money, whether it's whatever the case may be, please help out this great cause right here.
And if you want to be a cook, it's not too late. This is the first year that we opened it up to all types of cookers, smokers. In the past, you had to do wood or charcoal. After talking with the sheriff, we decided, it's for a charity. If you want to come in and if you want to come in and be a little baby and cook with your easy bake oven, we're not going to turn you away. Come on in. We might look at you funny, but we're going to let you get in on the competition.
Yeah, you remember we used to be really tight about that. Remember that? Boy, we used to be tight about that.
It's for the kids.
It is.
It's for the kids.
Yeah.
The entry fee is $100. We supplied the ribs. There is first place, second place prizes. Thanks to Sporting Chance. Beth down there likes throwing in some trophies and stuff for us, and we appreciate that. And you know, we'll garner a little pittance. And I got to say, in the past, everybody always has donated back the prize money back into the cause.
Absolutely. You're talking on the 50-50, right?
Not required.
Correct.
But yes.
Dave,
lot
you
of
got a
good
question?
people.
Yeah, you.
So the cook-off. Did we talk about that? I mean,
We did.
how do you judge that?
We have 5 judges. It's a backyard barbecue, so you get 5 judges. It's you know, actually we have a person that goes throughout the country now. He's going to run the judging. You know, so
This year?
this year. So
I knew you had talked about him coming.
so it's anonymous. Nobody knows whose ribs it is. And stuff
Right.
like that. It hasn't in the past, but
No.
we want to try to make it a little bit more official. So
Yeah.
as we grow, and now that we're at the fairgrounds, I think we've outgrown the downtown square.
I think
Yeah.
so.
And,
Yeah, I think so.
But you know, this is like the second major event with the new fair board and stuff. So hopefully we can make it a big event.
Yeah.
And Miss Harley coming in, you know, she loves the idea, and she's like, y'all could be doing so much more. And like you said about us working and stuff, you know, I told her, I said, Miss Harley, we don't have time. We have full-time jobs, other things. And it does take a lot to put an event together.
Absolutely.
It really does.
Especially
It
at this
does-
magnitude.
Yeah.
Especially at this
It does not
magnitude.
just happen. So
And how long does it take? I mean, is there a time limit on
The
cooking, eating, judging?
the event's going to open up at 10 to the public or whatever. We'll start cooking before then. The ribs will be turned in at 4 o'clock. Then, you know, for the judges, and then about 5:30, 6 o'clock, they'll announce the winners.
We'll announce the winners.
Well,
So
they'll
they
announce
won.
second place and third
Yeah,
place
place.
and loser because I'm going to win, you know, competition.
You're going to win the loser spot.
No, well,
Okay, no, I'm only kidding.
I'm gonna vote on him.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. You won't know. That's the that's the thing.
History, though.
Well, I know one thing. I know that his brother wants to wear these guys out. I already know that for a
which
fact.
brother?
I've already heard that
Jason.
mumble, Jason.
Jason.
Yeah,
Jason, Jay Harden.
he's
was
Mama's
Jay
gonna
Harden.
partake.
Mama's special
He's
kid.
Mama's special kid.
So does the general crowd have a vote?
Here's the thing: we do have a people's
Great
choice.
question.
Yeah.
But the answer is no.
And no, not in.
Not in that.
We have in the
the-
past done People's Choice
Yeah.
Award and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what
So-
we do is like for a fee, and we have to determine the fee. We have to see what the cost of ribs are going to be first. And for a fee, whoever pays that, they get to go around and taste ribs from everybody, all the cookers. And then they get a vote. They put their vote in,
Wow.
and whoever gets the most votes
Would be the people.
would be the People's Choice Award winner.
Okay. Yeah. That
And-
sounds. You're not going to do that this year, though.
If we can, we are.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
You know, and we're going to make sure that Jason Smith is not the last one in line where the drop the can is, because he thinks he's got the best ribs.
Well, he's already
But
said
every
it.
year he's already setting it that last line. Well, people's not going to walk over and somewhere else, but they just drop it in his container, and he thinks he's selling.
He's not saying people are lazy. They're just like, oh, my belly's full. I can't walk.
My belly's full.
Well,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
horses,
yeah.
this guy is the
Let's
last
just
one.
drop it. This guy looks pitiful. Let me just drop it in his.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know you got $15 for rib plates,
correct,
$10 for a pulled pork sandwich.
correct.
Is there an entry fee
No.
for the public to come in?
No.
There's no entry fee for them to come in. You know, we ask they shop around, help the vendors, buy food off us. You know,
Is there
some stuff.
kind of like an area where spectators can donate to the cause?
I had thought about having areas set up to where if you want to donate, there are places in safe areas to where you can contribute and stuff. I'm going to have a place set up, event coordinator, and I'm going to have an area. You know, you might just want to come in, you know, like you opened the show talking about, and like I myself know, which is why I'm back to work. You know, times aren't the best. Thanks to, if I can say it, thanks to Joe Biden.
Yeah,
but
no,
anyhow, they might have an extra $5 they just want to. It don't take much because this stuff adds up.
Yeah.
It adds up quick.
I'm glad that, Dave, you brought that up because I'm glad you brought up about donations, and that's one thing that we didn't talk about, and I'm glad Dave brought it up. Yeah, I mean, you're going to take donations. There's going to be somebody or somewhere there, like let's just say, maybe you don't like ribs, maybe you don't want ribs, but hey, Jimmy, Rick, I want to donate $20.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
That's going to a good cause.
We are going to have 2 or 3 areas set up for that. One's going to be where food is being served.
Yeah.
The food will be served out of. We're going to go to Building 3, correct, Jimmy?
Yes.
Yes.
Building 3.
They'll be out of Building 3 with the swinging doors. It's sitting inside. There'll be a sign posted there. Donations accepted.
Which will be manned by somebody.
Absolutely.
We're going to have several people.
Yeah,
there.
several
That's
people.
part of it, Mama and
Mama will be there. Yep.
She'll be there and stuff. A few other people.
So, when the judging starts,
Right.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, the rib turn-in will be at 4 o'clock. So
Okay, and how long does it take before we get a decision from the judges?
typically it takes about 30 to 45 minutes, but we'll have a time slotted to make the announcement and stuff, so it ain't like they finish and then you're going to run up on stage. Right there after Matt Wilsey plays and stuff, then we'll have the announcement of the winners. Well, actually, we'll have the prizes.
The prizes, right.
The prizes and stuff, and then we'll have the winners. And then the winners will come up.
I know in the past I used to be a judge. Now I'm gonna be part of the MCing and stuff. So I'm not gonna be a judge. But when we used to do it sort of enclosed in house, it took about 45 minutes or so.
45 minutes.
About 45 minutes to judge those. So I don't think the time should change that much.
Yeah.
So and like you said, after Matt Wilsey plays is when all those announcements will be made. So sometime after 6 o'clock.
If possible, maybe I could set up, have the camera go around, do the events, live stream it, pretty close to when the judging starts, and then cover the judging, live stream that on our program, and get that done.
Well, and I'm sort of glad you said that. And if it's okay with these guys, we are a sponsor of this as well. So we're sponsoring some of the music and the sound. So unless you guys have any objection of us going live out there,
I have no objection.
do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
People might see it live and then say, "Oh, well, let's go."
Yeah, and that we're hoping that some people, exactly right, that some people will see it live, and that they'll go, "Oh, what the heck is going on? What's going on down there?"
I know
what I'm having for dinner: a rib plate for $15.
This is going on Saturday, December the 6th. What am I doing?
Right. Yeah.
I want to get Jimmy with barbecue all over his fingers and face.
Oh yeah, you can catch me down. And
And besides them, I just want to see. I want to see some of these other people.
They'll see food all over.
I want to see people. I want you to get Dave. Just people just eating those ribs. What am I doing on I'm live on the spot with Dave. That would be so awesome. Can y'all guys hang out a little bit?
Yeah.
Or do y'all got to go somewhere? Y'all got to be anywhere? All right. So I just want to continue on. So we'll get back to this toward the end of the show. Do want to talk real quick. Mitchell Gunner, by the way, his show on the spot with On the Spot Motorsports Media, that goes on at 7 o'clock on Thursday nights. If y'all are car enthusiasts or love cars or love NHRA or NASCAR or anything like that, which I know you guys do, tune in to On the Spot Motorsports Media. We've actually moved Mitchell, I think you guys know that, doing that particular podcast for us. It's a sister page of ours, and he's got a great product going on over there, going to a lot of events, and really has got that part kicking off. So make sure, he's doing really good. Here we go. Snow is falling in Lottie Winter Wonderland. When? December the 6th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Tatum Park, Lottie, Florida. Free chili, snow cones, cotton candy, snowball fights, snow angels, and more. Sponsored by the Logo Church. That's Chris Elkins. He is doing that event. If you have any questions, you can get a hold of the Logo Church.
Go get some lunch, ribs, and all that stuff, and then
go down there and get some snow cones.
Go get your snow cones
and chili and cotton candy and snowball fights or whatever the heck's going on down there.
I wonder which event the chief will be at. He better be at the Guardia event. He can come see us in the morning.
Yeah, well, he can come. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably going to be at both.
He works behind the scenes with this stuff, too. So.
Absolutely. I want y'all to stay here because I'm going to be talking tornado football here in just a second. Christmas on Call Street Parade. Come celebrate Christmas and community at the Start Christmas Parade. Beautifully crafted floats, music, lights, all free to enjoy with your friends and family. When is that? December the 13th. Starts at 6 p.m. Parade route starts at the hospital on Call Street, followed through downtown to 301, then 301 north to BHS, and ends at David Hurst Stadium. No candy will be thrown. Parade registrations available through the North Florida Regional Chamber of Commerce. You can call Pam Whittle at 904-964-5278, or you can hit her up at pam@northfloridachamber.com. Hey, an event that me and Dave's going to go to in Byron, and y'all probably ought to join us, Breakfast with Santa. How about that?
I love Santa.
Do you really? Well, you can have breakfast with him now,
on
Rick.
the naughty list for a while. I don't know if he wants to sit down.
That's going to be on December. That's going to be on December the 4th.
He might only let you get something like mashed potatoes.
Oh well,
cold.
Hey, while we're eating pancakes, you know what he gets to eat? Grits.
Where we going?
Hey, I'm a Southern boy.
Yeah, I know.
I was going to say
that.
Bring your little ones for a delightful morning filled with joy and wonder. Join us for Breakfast with Santa Claus, where children can share their holiday wishes, enjoy a delicious breakfast, and revel in the magic of the season. Meet and greet with Santa Claus. Hey, come out there. They're going to have a little pancake breakfast out there. Where's that? Sunday, December 14th at 8 a.m. at the Downtown Grill. You can come out there and meet Santa. I think we've all got a table reserved for that, don't we?
Yeah.
Because I sure do love pancakes, boy.
Hey, fat boy got to eat. That's what I'm saying.
Fat boy's got to eat. Yeah, there you go. Santa and Mrs. Claus, December the 13th, which is the same time Christmas on Call Street's going on, from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. North Florida Regional Chamber of Commerce has sponsored that, free to everyone. So if you can't make this, then you can catch that one on the 14th. Also, let's see here. One thing that I'm involved in again and coming up is the David Dodge Christmas fundraiser. That's going to be Tuesday, December the 2nd. So, Dave, we will not have a show next Tuesday. I forgot about this because I will be here unless I think Byron's going to go to that event too. So, that's next Tuesday, December the 2nd at 6 p.m. at the Women's Club of Start, 201 North Walnut Street. Featuring Christmas carols performed by ARC individuals, catered dinner, and a cake auction. Tickets are $35. Tables start at $150. If you are interested, contact theartbradford.org/Christmas fundraiser. That's our big time fundraiser that we do. It's to help out the art. You know, you all were talking about money and how hard it is to get things sponsored and get money for different things that are going on in our community. And one thing that is very so important to us, I sit on the art board as well as one of the fundraising coordinators along with Chrissy and Lori Thompson. And that is, man, there just ain't enough money to go around for everything.
That's correct.
And, man,
we have a great community and stuff, but, you know, it's a small community. So
it is, and it's a small community, so you got to try to get help from the outside. And, John Williams, the director at the ARC, y'all probably know him. Y'all met him. He does a wonderful job trying to go out there and petition our leaders and our government to try to get us some funding, not just for our art, but but all the other arcs. So, we have to do these type of fundraisers. So it's called the David Dodge Christmas Fundraiser. There's all kinds of different levels. There's a $5,000 level all the way to $140 sponsorship, and that'd be a table for 4. There is a sheet that you can fill out on site or on the website. So make sure that you go there, and if you're interested in going, it's really a fun time. Guys, I don't know if you've ever been to one, but let me tell you something. Some of those cakes, I've seen them go for $2,000 and $3,000. That's some deep pockets, baby. We raised $28,000 last year. So this is like our big event to help out for the funds for sure. The Arc of Bradford County is dedicated to treating those we serve with dignity, to empower them to choose and realize their own goals, and to promote their strengths through education and advocacy with support of family, friends, and community. Founded in 1975 on an inclusion and acceptance, the Arc of Bradford County is proudly this year celebrating 50 years of empowering individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. For 5 decades now, they have worked tirelessly to ensure the individuals that they serve receive the care and attention that they need and deserve. Everyone has something valuable to contribute to society, and we remain committed to helping our participants realize their full potential and live full, rewarding lives. Y'all know, you knew David Dodge, right? Absolutely you did. So did you. So David Dodge was really, really about the Ark. If anything, that he was really involved in this community, he was involved in the Ark. He loved the Ark. He always put his time into the Ark. That's why we call it the David Dodge Christmas Fundraiser, David. Hosted by the Arc of Bradford County's Board of Directors, the David Dodge Christmas Fundraiser features a catered dinner, a Christmas carol performances by some of the Ark individuals, and, of course, the annual cake auction. Funds raised will support activities for individuals with intellectual and developmental differences in our community. The annual Christmas fundraiser was renamed in 2023 in memory of longtime board member David Dodge. God rest his soul, he's not here anymore. David dedicated over 40 years to the Arc of Bradford County and advocating for individuals with differences. He passed away on September the 5th, 2021. Board of Directors for this year and to next year. Officers is Donna Soul, she's the president. Chuck Kramer's the vice president. Chrissy Allen's the secretary. Josh Atkins is our treasurer. Members is James Eisen, Steve Futch, Robert Kelly, Ray Norman, David Rodgers, Dan Sykes, Teresa Patterson, Lori Thompson, and Brad Witt, of course, that you know. So, absolutely. So if you want to join us for that, please make sure that you get a hold of us right away. I know the tables are going fast, and I know individual tickets are going to be selling quickly, so make sure that you go to the Arc Bradford County's Facebook or website to make sure that you get involved with that. Jingle Mingle. Celebrate the season with friends at the holiday social for individuals with IDD. Enjoy music, laughter, and festive fun in a welcoming and inclusive space. Light refreshments and finger foods will be provided. When is that? That's on December the 20th from 7 to 9 p.m. at Governor Charlie E. Johns Conference Center, 1610 North Temple Avenue, Stark, Florida, 32091. You do have to RSVP if you want to go to that event by December the 5th. So, again, that's on the website as well. There's information. There's things that you can fill out as well. We do have a car show all along with the Christmas on Call Street Parade. Me and CC Marie will be hosting that up along with some of the ARC board members and some of the ARC staff. Where's that going to be held at? That's going to be, we're going to set up our tent and all our everything. We're going to be right there at the Downtown Grill parking lot. So not only are we doing the car show, which we're inviting everybody to come. It's out there on web pages and things like that already. It's on the ARC web page as well. We'll talk about that some more as that time comes. That will be on December the 13th. That's going to be from 2 to 5. So if you're a part of the car show and you want to stay for the parade, we have a space available for all the cars that want to go in there, and you'll be in the parade at 6 o'clock, and you can parade your car down Call Street with the paraders as well. So, again, we will be doing a car show there from 2 to 5. All the proceeds from that will go to the ARC as well. So got a couple of things coming up there, a lot of things coming up within the community. And then, of course, guys, what happens? It starts next year again. Starts next year. Started in January. So
and we got the new fair going on.
Yes, we do.
At the end of February. We're actually getting we're working on getting the horse arena back up and running.
Oh, yeah. So you want to speak on that a little bit? Can you? As much as you can, Amy?
Well, we have we rebranded it from the Bradford Roping Club. It is now the Bradford County Equestrian Center.
Yep.
So, and we had a meeting last night and all that stuff, or get together last night to try and get that thing back up and running. It's
still going to be right there where the riding club was?
It's still going to,
Okay.
We're working on redoing it.
Yep.
And open it back up, but I'll talk more about that
as time comes.
As time comes and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. A little bit of breaking news, Dave. I know I didn't give you a chance to do that, but I just seen that come over on my phone here. Florida's conservative Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins is a wounded warrior and highly decorated Green Beret who returned to active duty after losing his leg in combat. Today, Jay is working side by side with Governor Ron DeSantis to keep Florida conservative and strong. By what? Cutting taxes, expanding schools' choice, stopping China from buying Florida land, amen, defending the 2A, and fighting the woke agenda. Thanks to Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins for delivering conservative wins for the state of Florida. That is so very important, man, that we got people and guys there that are still fighting for us, really, and that's exactly... and that's exactly what it is. So thank you, Lieutenant Governor. We really appreciate what you guys are doing.
Anything to stop.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dave, do you want to go to the weather and then go to this? Because I'm going to be spending a little time on this, and I want my guys to stick around here.
Throw a little bit of weather.
Let me throw a little bit of weather.
To the tornadoes, quick.
Let's get to the tornadoes.
Before we get struck by lightning.
Before that, you ain't kidding. Yeah, tornadoes everywhere. Forecast for the local area. Overnight, partly cloudy. Areas of fog, lows in the upper 50s. East winds around 5 miles per hour. Let's see. Getting into Wednesday here. Mostly cloudy. Let's see here. Man, come on, Austin. You got to give it to me. Wednesday night, let's start with that. Mostly cloudy, lows around 50. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thanksgiving Day and Thursday night, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 60s. Lows in the upper 30s. Friday, this is what I'm worried about, Dave. You mark this in your book. Friday, because we have a big day Friday. We're going to be talking about that here in a minute. Sunny. Highs in the lower 60s. Friday night and into Saturday, partly cloudy, lows in the upper 30s. But for tornado game time, 50. That's football weather. That's football weather, man. Come on, man. That is football weather right there.
Hey, you know how when the weather gets a little cool, deer start running?
Yeah.
It's the way those tornadoes
and that's exactly right.
Playing in warm weather, imagine what they'll play back in cool
weather. That's exactly right. Friday and Saturday night be partly cloudy, stay low in the upper 30s, highs around 70 on Saturday. Saturday night partly cloudy, not as cool with lows in the lower 50s. Tallahassee is going to get some big time thunderstorms tonight and into tomorrow and into almost Thursday, really. Thanksgiving Day, though, they'll be sunny, much cooler with the high in the lower 60s. Friday, sunny, high in the upper 50s. That's around the Tallahassee area. And Mobile, Alabama, and where I'm from over that way, Pascagoula, Mississippi and stuff. Same thing. They're going to get some showers up into Wednesday. Mostly sunny on Wednesday. Wednesday night clear. Thanksgiving Day, sunny, cooler with high in the lower 60s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour with gust up to 20 miles per hour. Wow. Friday, mostly sunny, high in the upper 50s. And then Saturday, it starts to get a little warmer. From Austin Stevens and the Weather Broadcast Center, that's who sends me my weather report. If you ever need anything weather-wise or weather-related, check out Austin Stevens Weather Service. He provides a good weather service for you. You can go onto his Facebook page, and you can get any weather report you want. But he wants to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Weather looks to be beautiful across the southeast United States, and he hopes that everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. So, anyway, Got a lot to talk about. I did see a couple of things in the paper that I wanted to hit on, and I know y'all seen this. Steve Reynolds, one of our own here at Bradford County, coached Bradford for a while, then went over to Oakleaf, took the head job at Keystone Heights. He was there for 3 years. He resigned the coaching position over there. I tell you, just between us guys and knowing football and calling high school football since Terry Vaughn left and just seeing this program, that's a tough place over there to win. It really is. It really is. I know that he was doing everything that he could, especially in today's day. Y'all see it in college football with the transfer portal, with the NIL. I mean, players aren't loyal anymore. They're going to go where the cash is. Y'all know that. You can stack a team. If you can get them to work in conjunction, you can have a national championship team. And I can give you a prime example. As your brother calls them, the worthless nuts, Dave's favorite team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. They seem to win in, year out, and they get players out of the portal.
Still ain't as good as Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, well, I got you because your boys are there too. But they are the defending national champs.
Well,
yeah, they are the defending national champs. I get you. They are the
Georgia cheats.
Well, I get it. Yeah, so does Ohio State too. So, right, Dave? Dave's like, get out of here with that. But anyway, I know it's tough to win over there. I personally think what they ought to do, and again, I'm just sitting here as a radio announcer, knowing some football or whatever a little bit. I think that Keystone needs to go to the get out of the FHSAA and go into that sub-rural whatever division it is, and I think they'll be able to compete in those. They can't compete against the Bradfords of the world right now, the way that this coaching staff's got this team the last 4 years. I mean, losing only 6 games in the last 4 years. Come on. So I don't blame Steven here. He's really a good guy, and I know that he's enjoyed all his coaching experience. I think he's been doing it for like 18 years now total with everything. So, and I think he's probably wanting to go on to probably something else. So wish him well. I know there were some collection site closings and some things like that. Holiday Invitational, Melrose Art Gallery, Dave. I know you're interested in that because you told me the other day that you were. Melrose Bay Art Gallery's 2025 Holiday Invitational runs. You know about this, Dave. You know how to say it. Through December the 28th, and it's a great opportunity to support local artists and purchase a gift. The gallery is open Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sundays from 1 to 5. The monthly art walk will take place Friday, December the 5th from 6 to 9 with refreshments and entertainment. The gallery is located at 103 State Road 26 in Melrose. Visit melrosebayartgallery.com or contact Dave Holland, and he can give you more information. Right, Dave? He's like, that's our dancing destroyer. All right, here we go. Let me get some comments, Dave, and then we'll go to commercial break. And then I'm going to have my boys here because we're going to do a little pick'ems before our pick'ems. And let's see what
my
boys do.
I got to talk to you about that, too. You didn't say my pick'ems on the radio Friday night, and I sent them in, so I'm going to have my attorney get in contact with your attorney.
Oh, here we go with these attorneys.
This
collusion that you got going on. I love it, man. I love it. Hey, I want to welcome Shirley Bagwell, Regina Burke-Calton, Mark Goody. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Hey, Roger. I think Roger. Are you Roger?
Is Roger?
Is Roger here? No, maybe he's talking to me. If I was having it all at my home, you would be invited, Shirley said. Good evening. Hope y'all are having a good evening. That's from Austin Stevens. Tom Bailey said, when we was talking about average salary, he said the average salary in Bradford County is $34,000 a year. Does that sound about right, Jimmy? Yeah. I was going to say about 40, but that's somewhere in there. I got you. The average American has to make around $88,000 to have both parents and 2 kids to be stable. Wow. I think it's more than that, but I mean but I was thinking about your 100,000 that you were saying plus. To be stable. The government, said that. I hate to say this, but I think young people today think they have everything, like a big house, new cars, etc. Agree. My granny always says someone is bookkeeper, some is spender, that hit hard when grows still it does, okay? Cliff Smelly's watching. Thank you for that. Jimmy Powers, I got to work with over in Lake City. He's watching. Terry Wilkinson Anderson is watching. Byron Bagwell, who couldn't be here tonight, he's watching. Judith Young is watching. How about that? David Roden's watching. Billy Rayberg and Jimmy Crawford. So,
you know when we were born, man.
I remember
a different time.
but
Mom would say, "Get out of the house! Don't come back until dinner's ready."
When street lights come on, then you come on.
Bam.
When street lights come on, you come on.
Everybody would gather in the street to play ball or something.
Those were great times. I'm so glad I made that time.
Well, and me as well, but I got to say this, though. You know, we're talking about the struggles that we have today. You know, our parents felt the same struggles back then.
Every generation.
You know, we didn't see it because we were young kids. You know, hey, what was it? You had it on easy street. Go play. Go to school. Eat groceries. Stay out of trouble. Because it was easy. But our parents faced the same things back then as all of us do now, just in a different time and era. Where
our kids
different
talk
things.
about how it was so great, you know, back then whenever
Absolutely.
their kids were growing up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're exactly right.
My mom, when my dad passed away, I was just a child, you know, and Mom had 5 kids.
Sure, she did. Sure, she did.
You know about that.
You know that, yeah.
Hey, Mom,
before she met Lester, you know, she had 4 kids and the whole neighborhood to take care of because all the neighborhood kids come.
God
I
bless
remember
her.
Chuck Morrow asked his
know,
mom, asked, you know, hey, can I eat dinner at, you know, the Smith boys? And he goes, no, he's got too many kids down there. And he goes, Mom, she cooks in a cannon pot.
Yeah,
because we had the whole neighborhood. I mean, the whole neighborhood would come and eat. So I mean,
the door was open.
And I know you know this, and I know Gordon ain't messing with me. He said y'all used to get that block cheese.
Oh yeah,
the
government cheese, man.
The government cheese, and that was some of the best. That was, man.
I found a place in Ohio.
Really? I'd like some.
I'm trying to get it.
Really? Okay, because I'd love to have some because I used to love the taste of that stuff, man.
You couldn't use a cheese cutter.
No, you couldn't. No.
And I don't know how many times I broke on cutting.
Oh yeah, you know that cheese was for schools.
Yes.
That's where it all went.
I had one of my classmates speaking of that. You know, some of the best, and unfortunately now, for some kids, lunch and breakfast at school is what a lot of these kids get.
That's all.
They get to eat. Yeah. You know, or at least healthy wise to eat, and that's a shame. And you know, but it is the times. It is the way that it is, and you know, maybe we all can work together to try to help to fix this. And I hope our government is doing that. You know, so
I think one of the great things they did, and I don't think it's changed, Dave, but I believe everybody gets the free lunch now. So that, you know, back in the day when we went to school, kids didn't want to walk up there with that orange card, yellow card, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they've done away with all that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very good thing because it adds a stigma to a child growing up. I never had to deal with it. I was fortunate. You know, my parents were well. And but I'm glad they did away with that because I knew kids that did have to deal with that.
I wanted to ask y'all something because there was a poll where I went to school. Somebody put a little thing out on Facebook, and I want to ask you, what was your favorite lunch or favorite thing at school? What was your favorite lunch? What did you like? When they served it?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna see if Jimmy says what I.
Well, there was 2. There was the little rectangle pizza. I mean, every school, you know,
there was a lot of.
That was Jimmy. That was the best tasting pizza.
It was. I wish I could find it.
Me too. God.
That, or I'd get a salad because I'd get all the crackers and I'd put it in my mouth and I'd just split, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Crackers everywhere.
Yeah.
When I went to school, it was pretty much carry that little box with peanut butter and jelly or something.
Yeah. I'm talking about you got older, as you got to go into in high school. Let's talk junior high and high school. What?
Just hung out in the lunchroom with the friends. I didn't really eat much.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, the pizza.
The pizza. That was what I said, and that was the most popular thing. And I'm with you. If anybody can tell me where you can find that pizza, I would love to find that, because I would have that pizza and the salad, like he said, and then they'd have some kind of dessert. Man, I'm like, man, you ain't eating the pizza? I'll take it. I'll take it. How many times you do that? I'll take it.
What time is it?
It is
Lunchtime, dinner time.
lunchtime. I'm hungry. So let's take a break. Let's take a commercial break.
What we'll do is do a commercial. You guys set up.
Yep.
I'll set the camera up.
Yep.
And then we'll roll.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
You ready?
We got about...
Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's 8:23 Eastern Time here in beautiful Stark, Florida. We're going to come back and we're going to talk some Tornado football and some of the other area teams that are still in the playoffs. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks. Welcome back to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers. Here we are with Mr. Dave Holland, our senior director and producer. Mr. Byron Bagwell could not join us tonight, and I know he would love to be here. Mr. Austin Stevens, who sent our weather, he could not join us tonight as well. But we did have our guests. We have Rick Stevenson and Jimmy Smith from the Barnyard Fantasy Football League as we talked about the rib cook-off. Now, we're going to get into some football. Why are we getting into some football, Dave? Because it is state playoff time. Hey, it's been going on for a couple of weeks. We're going into the third week. Our Tornadoes have made it into the third round. I'm not going to get to this just yet because I want to go over some of the other classes that are having their Final Four as well. So most teams are down to their Final 8 in each class. There's 4 regions in each class, and there will be 2 teams playing in regional finals this week in each class. So I'm going to start with Class 1A, as you have University Christian, number 1 seed, and Trinity Christian Academy. They'll be playing this Friday night. This is Class 1A. In Class 1A also, number 1 Carrollwood Day will be versus number 2 Clearwater Central. And then on the other side of the bracket, we have number 1 St. Petersburg Catholic versus Cardinal Newman, which is the number 2 seed, and probably one of the best teams in the state of Florida, even though that they're 1A. Y'all have heard of these guys, Hollywood Chaminade Madonna. They're nationally ranked. They've always producing good players. Is playing a team that we played 2 years ago, if y'all remember, gentlemen. True North Classic. Y'all come back and sit down if you want to, man.
No, they can stand right here.
Or you can stand right here, either one. All right, so that's in Class 1A. All right, in Class 3A, so let's see who we got here. I skipped over 2A, so in Class 3A, we're going to go, and probably one of the best teams in the state as well. The number 1, Rains Vikings, will take on Bishop Kenny. They're the number 2 seed. They have to go to Rains. All right, and the bottom half of that bracket is number 1, Bishop Moore versus number 2, Al Galay. That's a newer school, but they've been around for a little bit. And then on the other side of the bracket, you've got Miami Booker, the number 1 seed, taking on Nature Coast Tech, the number 2 seed. And then in the bottom half of the bracket, you got Miami Northwestern, which is always a powerhouse, versus number 2, Miami Central. That's your Class 3A bracket. Class 4A bracket, and if you heard some of these teams, they're local teams. You've heard already University Christian, Trinity Christian. You heard Rains already. So we still have some local teams in here. The number 1 team in Class 4A resides just a little bit down the road. That's number 1, the St. Augustine Yellow Jackets. Always a good football team, tough. They're always bringing out Division I players. They're going to play Choctawhatchee. They got to come to them. That's over in the Panhandle. So they'll come and play St. Augustine there Friday night. Down in the bottom half of the bracket, the number 3 seed has prevailed. Lake Wales will play Orlando Jones in Orlando. Now, on the other side of the bracket, you have Tampa Jesuit, the number 1 seed, versus Port Charlotte, the number 2 seed. And then in the bottom half of that bracket, you've got 2 private schools. You have the number 1 Archbishop McCarthy team. They're going to be playing American Heritage. They're the number 2 seed. That's in 4A. 5A, you'll notice some teams here as well. So, y'all know this team. Number 1, Ponte Vedra, and number 2, Mainland. So that's who will play there. Mainland has to travel to Ponte Vedra. On the bottom half of the bracket, you've got number 2, Lakeland, versus number 1, Edgewater. You know the Lakeland Dreadnoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, they've always been good. And on the other half here, they've got the number 3 seed, the Bradenton Manatee, versus Riverdale. They're the number 1 seed. And this team, Dave, I always talk about. The number 6 seed has actually prevailed out of this bracket. I can't believe it. MacArthur versus number 1, St. Thomas Aquinas. Good luck with that. St. Thomas Aquinas is probably going to win that whole thing, to be honest with you. In 6A, here's a couple of teams, Dave, that you'll recognize, and Jimmy and Rick. So, this Friday night at Citizens Field, number 2 Mandarin, which we lost to earlier in the year, 14-7, but we did beat them last year. They're going to take on Gainesville Buchholz, the number 1 seed over in Citizens Field. That'll be a good ball game. There's 3 or 4 good games in this region going on right now. All right, in the bottom half of that, you got number 2 South Lake versus Seffner Armwood. They're the number 1 seed. They're always in this thing. Then on the other side, you've got the number 1 seed has fallen on that side. So you got the number 5 seed, Mitchell, not Mitchell Gunner, Mitchell High School, versus number 2 seed, West Boca Raton. And then on the bottom half of that bracket, you've got West Broward versus Miami Southridge. That's your 6A bracket. Now the big schools, the 7A bracket. Here we go. One of the best teams in the state, one of the best teams in the country. They've become that way here just recently, like we have. Number 2 seed, Lake Mary, will take on D-Land. D-Land's one of the best teams in the state and in the country. But here's their nemesis. On the bottom half of that bracket, a team that's always there. As a matter of fact, they're coached by Larry Shannon, who used to go here.
Oh, yeah.
You know who I'm fixing to talk about. Number 3 Sumner. Yep, against number 1 Venice. So that's Larry Shannon's team. So they'll be a force to be reckoned with. Now on the other side here, Dave, what we have is number 7 seed, Dr. Phillips, is going to play the number 1 seed, Vero Beach. And then, of course, on the bottom half, number 3 seed, Goldman, versus Bradenton Palmetto, the number 1 seed. Okay, that's all the other classes, but this is the class that I'm waiting on right here. Exactly. And this is where I'm going to have you gentlemen help me out here. So, the road to the Class 2A state championship, guys, if you're just now joining us. Over here, when we first started a couple of weeks ago, we put the top seeds. So Cardinal Mooney's the number 1 team in the state of Florida in Class 2A. They're in Region 3. Bowles is the number 2 team in Region 1. Bradford is the top seed in Region 2, even though they dropped us in the poll this week to the number 6 overall team. If I was Coach Rodgers, guys, I'd be putting that fodder material all over the dadgum gym. And then Immaculata LaSalle is the number 1 seed in Region 4. So we'll start here, guys. I don't know how much you know about these teams, but we'll just take a stab here. In Region 3, you've got Lakewood, the number 2 seed, going up against Cardinal Mooney. The winner of this advances to the state semifinal. I'll ask you guys. Dave, I'll start with you. Who do you like, Lakewood or Cardinal Mooney?
I'm going to say Cardinal Mooney.
Okay.
All right, Cardinal Mooney.
Cardinal Mooney. I'm going with Cardinal Mooney, too. Y'all can play along, guys, at home as well if you want. So we're going to put Cardinal Mooney on up. Okay. In Region 4, you still have the number 1 seed available. Number 2, Cardinal Gibbons versus Immaculata LaSalle. Dave, who do you like?
I guess LaSalle.
LaSalle?
That'll be a good game.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Who do you like?
To go with the home team.
You going to LaSalle?
Same thing.
Yeah.
All right, LaSalle. So LaSalle will move. All right. We'll save this one for last. All right, here we go. Got to save that one for last. So here is where I have a little bit of an issue. If y'all remember 2 years ago, this team came to play Bradford when we went to the state championship. It's one of the best football games I've ever seen.
Wow.
That was the 22-21 win. You remember when we won that in overtime and we went for that 2-point conversion? Bowles is a good football team. They've got a running back that's just been lighting it up. He's a sophomore. So, Pensacola Catholic versus the Bowles Bulldogs. Dave, who do you got?
I hate to say it.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna roll with Bowles.
You're going to roll with Bowles. All right. Rick?
Bowles as well. They're just
Okay, they're just
really
okay.
consistent. They got it going.
Ever since I was in high school, Bowles has been just that team that you need to beat. So
You're
I'm
going
going
Bowles.
Bowles.
You're going Bowles. Okay. This is where I have a little bit of an issue. Man, I like this team. I like the way they're built. I like the way they do things. I'm afraid. Yes, but I want to pick them so bad, but I think the trip. That's what, 6-hour trip over here?
Yep.
At least a 6-hour trip, right? 5.5, 6. Anyway, for
Dave, I got a
Pensacola.
feeling. If you pick Bowles, Pensacola's going to win. If you pick Pensacola, Bowles is going to win.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll take Bowles in. All right, so let's do that. I'll take Bowles.
Homer,
All right.
that's closer to where
That's a homer pick. That's a homer pick. Okay, that's a homer pick. All right, here we go. This is the game. These are our boys. We know that. This team has been a pain, our nemesis, been a pain in our tail the last 3 years. They've either been us in a state semifinal or a regional final or a state championship game. They are the 3-time defending state champions. They've got 15 or 16 state championship. This team is always state ranked. This team's always nationally ranked. This year they're down. They're 7-4. But don't let that fool you, because those 4 losses, they play big boys. St. Thomas Aquinas, Lakelands, those teams like that. And then there's the number 1 seed, Bradford Tornadoes. Great defense, probably the best defense in the state, allowing 5.4 points per game. Their offense is not doing bad. These boys, I will say this. What does Ric Flair say? To be the man, you got to beat the man. You got to beat the man. So this is the man right now. These boys are built different. So I'm going to start with you, Dave. Start with you first. Do you like Cocoa or do you like Bradford here?
Cocoa may be a champion team, but there's always a day.
Okay?
Bradford is hungry. Bradford's got a heck of a defense. And they move fast. I don't know if Bowles is going to be able to handle that.
Oh, you mean Cocoa? You mean Cocoa?
Cocoa.
All right, so you got Bradford. Okay.
I got Bradford.
Dave says Bradford.
Not because I love them.
All right.
Didn't we have a scrimmage with them?
Yes, we did. I'm glad you said that, Jimmy. And we didn't showcase everything.
Exactly.
They only beat us 16-6. So, look, we didn't showcase everything. And their coach down there said, he even said it. He said, at the end, in the regional final, it'll be these 2 teams. Their coach said that. So, Rick?
God, everybody in Bradford's going to hate me.
Okay. Give you a C there.
I love Bradford.
I know you
I
do.
am rooting for the Tornadoes so
Yeah.
hard. Whatever reason, Coco's got Bradford's number. Bradford plays them tough. Bradford's got a great defense, and I just think they've got a psychological
middle thing.
They got a psychological advantage when they play Coco, and they got to get that out of their head, or they're going to lose this one.
Okay.
So
So
hold that
Coco.
against us next
So-
Saturday. Just,
So C. Okay. All right, Jimmy.
Look, Bradford has been improving throughout the season. I know how they played Coco at the beginning. I believe this is Bradford's year. They're going to finally get over that hump, and I think it's going to be a 2-score or it's going to take
Okay. So a 2-score game.
Yes.
Okay. Bradford, right?
Bradford, absolutely.
Okay. David. Like everything that y'all said, I've been talking to the coaches. I'm going to go out and watch a practice tomorrow, and I'm going to go walk through the walkthrough on Thursday. Been talking to the coaches, and they're fired up. Them boys are fired up.
Yeah.
If they could have played that game last Saturday, they were ready to roll. Remember us talking to Danny Torres after the game?
Yeah.
He was like, let's go. I'm ready for Coco. What'd he say?
He's ready.
He's ready. He said he's ready. I think all those boys are ready. I'm with Rick a little bit, though. It's a mental thing here.
Mental.
And again, don't let this 7-4 record fool you, because those games they get ready for something like this. You know what I mean? So I think Bradford is going to make a play defensively. I think like that pick six last week. I think they're going to do something like that. Get a couple of negative plays in the backfield 2 or 3 times. I think they're going to rattle that quarterback. He's thrown 11 interceptions. I like Bradford 24-14. No, excuse me, 24-17.
I don't know about
I like
Coco,
24-17.
how aggressive they are, what their defense
They're
looks
good.
like.
I can tell you
offense
this.
looks like, but I don't think it's going to be an easy game.
No way. No. It's not going to. It's not going to be easy for Coco either. They're going to get punched
That's
in the
what I'm
mouth.
saying.
If
Either
Coco
way.
pulls this out, they're going to know they've been here, like they have the other times.
It's going to be
So-
bouncing back and forth
It could
until
be.
the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think Bradford. There's just something different, like you said, and like Rick said, and I'm listening to what he said. If they can get it out of their head that this team can be beat, and that they don't overplay themselves and stay within the game plan that the coaches has given them, I think they'll win. I think they got the better defense. I think they got the better offense in some realms. Now, that kid has thrown for a bunch of yards and he's thrown for a bunch of touchdowns, but he's also thrown 11 interceptions. Yeah. So, now, Bradford has to watch out because they like to run the football. One thing Coco does have and has always had, they've got many Division I players, is they've got edge rushers. Guys that can come off the end like we can and be in our backfield. If Sock Cubbage ain't got time to throw the ball, man, it may be a dadgum long night for them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to do something, get something out quick and stuff, because those guys are going to be coming.
Yeah.
So, but I like Bradford. I hope Rick picked Coco just to see if Bradford
I'm
Bradford
hoping
win.
that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like the 24-17, but I think more of a Bradford 24-14.
So you'd like me to change this to 14?
Well, that's
Because this
that
is
would be
Bradford. This
my
is Bradford 24-17. You're gonna go 24-14. You said 2 scores.
2 scores, yeah.
Yeah. So you like something like 24-14, something like that.
Yeah, I think.
I think it's gonna be low scoring.
It is, but I think they're
Yeah.
going to make a play at the end. They'll
Yeah.
be ahead, but I think they're going to make a play at the end.
To
They'll finish off the game.
Yeah,
and then
like they did last week.
Yes.
Like they did last week. So, all right, that's what I like too. So we'll see what happens Friday night. So guys, come on in, man. We'll wrap the show
Well,
up.
Dave, you didn't put down who you were going for.
He said
I did. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I gave my score here, Dave. I thought that one did it.
Yeah, you
So-
just gave the score.
All right, Bradford, and right here. How about that, Dave?
I feel better.
Feel better now? Okay. All right, Dave's going to get the camera back. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm glad that y'all were able to hang out with us. I'm glad that these guys were able to come in and talk about this rib cook-off here. Jimmy, Rick, y'all want to hit this thing one more time and tell everybody, just give a little synopsis of what's going on?
Look, come out on Saturday, December the 6th, Bradford County Fairgrounds. Come out, get some good barbecue, have some fun, enjoy the entertainment, and buy a plate or two of food. And the proceeds from that will all go to the formerly Shop with Cop program, now Holidays with Heroes, sponsored and hosted by Sheriff Gordon Smith.
Oh, exactly what he said.
Exactly what he said. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you all that is tuned in On the Spot with David Rodgers. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Dave, any parting words, any final thing that you want to say? I know you want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope I can make it through the rest of the week from being excited about the game Friday.
Speak about the game, David. You're going to be filming that again. You're going to be doing it live.
I believe so.
I believe you are, right? You're feeling good to it, right?
Man, I can't wait. I'm going to get up close on them plays. Yeah.
Yeah, I really am too. So I'm excited.
If you guys aren't going to make it you'll make it to the game.
Can I interject something here?
Sure.
Why are you always picking that Dave Holland up there when he's out there? You know, I about fell off my chair, Dave, when Bradford was playing 2 weeks ago, and you said, them boys opened a hole so big Dave Holland can use it.
That Vernon Pickens. He's always talking about Jeff Booty's Tennessee Fruit Roosters or something.
Yeah, the Fruit Roosters. Come on, man. He picked the Fruit Roosters last week. What the hell is a Fruit Rooster? Well, Cliff showed me a picture of a Fruit Rooster. He sent it to me, so. I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, guys. I want to wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Are you spending it with your brothers and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Eventually, we'll go around each
other's and all that stuff. So, again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great rest of the week. If you don't have anything going on Friday night, I suggest, as a matter of fact, I'm telling you, y'all need to go to Tornado Alley there, David Hurst Stadium. Bring your noisemakers, bring whatever you can. Make so much noise that they can't hear.
We got to get Coco this time.
Yeah, it's time. It's time that we got to get these guys. It is our year.
I'm hoping, Dave.
I'm hoping as well. I'm hoping as well.
So I heard that the noise level last week was up there. Probably the loudest they ever heard.
I can hear it down to my house.
Really?
No problem.
So
next week,
it's going to even be this Friday. It's going to be worse. It's going to be more.
Friday, yeah.
So I guarantee you. What do they say the swamp is? 125 decibels.
It's loud.
It's loud.
It's
wow.
I'll guarantee you, a Tornado Alley was at least 95 decibels. If you heard it down, I would say so too.
We got there to the game a few minutes late because of everything.
Yeah.
And we was trying to rush to get there.
Right.
But I could hear it from my house, no problem. And then by the time we got there, it was deafening in the stadium.
It was deafening. And you remember we kept saying, man, it's hard to hear anything. And I tell you, we need that same excitement, that same spirit. Everybody come out there. But if you can't, because of whatever, or you're not able, you're not physically able, you can catch the live radio broadcast with myself and Byron Bagwell. Pre-game show will be at 7 and kickoff at 7:30. And Dave will have the live stream from On the Spot with David Rodgers.
Yep.
That will start. Dave, are you going to do the pregame? Are you going to try to get the pregame, or mainly just into the kickoff?
Well, I'm going to be safe with my batteries.
Yeah.
And start the show at the beginning.
At the kickoff.
When the players come out.
Okay, so that's when Dave will be on. So I'll have my iPad up there, so you'll be able to hear what we're saying on the pregame. So again, come out and support your Tornadoes.
As loud as David Rodgers is going to be on the radio.
Oh yeah.
We got Mike Qualls screaming.
Well, that's what he's hearing, and the noise and everything else.
And the fireworks.
The fireworks. I know you can hear them.
Absolutely. Everybody in Brandon.
I think the county's going to have to take out a loan with all them fireworks they've been
Hey, I may
Especially
have to
the
do
other day, the couple of weeks ago.
Friday before last. I mean,
Yeah.
I might have to do a second rib cook-off.
You might have to go to second rib cook-off to help with that.
Yeah, I was thinking it was the 4th of July in November.
You ain't kidding. So, on behalf of all the guys here, happy Thanksgiving. No show next Tuesday because I will be over at the ARC function there. Dave, I'd like for you to go. We'll talk about that a little bit as well.
Did we get a good turnout on our viewers?
From last week's game?
No, tonight.
Tonight, yes, we did.
All right.
We did. We had several live. Some people, don't put their name there. But as a matter of fact, we're still sitting at almost 9, just live right now, and we're getting ready to shut the show down.
Yeah.
It was upwards of 20 at one time. So, and of course, they'll go back and view it.
And by midnight tonight,
Oh, yeah.
we'll have probably 3.
Yeah, I always go back. 'Cause a lot of times I can't
300-400.
catch it.
You can't catch it,
So
yeah.
I'll go back and I'll
Same
watch
thing.
the.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, enjoyed it. Dave, thank you for everything that you do.
Roger.
On behalf of the missing Byron Bagwell, Mr. Austin Stevens,
The Barnyard Fantasy
the
Football League.
Barnyard Fantasy Football League,
Amen.
and my man Dave Holland. God bless you guys. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you Friday night at David Hurst Stadium. Go Tornadoes, right?
Go Tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
Let me get a little.
See this here?